Today's the day. This is big for me. But today is the day that I declare my decision of being done with ducking and dodging the dope description. Hoping humming hymns of humility would keep me humble, when really I just been hunkered down, hiding out in the safe haven of this honeysuckle honeycomb called I've done that already.
Welcome back. We are here with Pamela Warner, the mother of the late actor Malcolm-Jamal Warner. Today, she's opening up about the heartbreaking details of what happened and the legacy her son leaves behind. About a month after his passing, you posted on social media, "I am so very blessed that he chose me to be his mother."
Yes.
Those were the first words you spoke out loud publicly.
Yes, yes.
Why did that come to your mind first?
Well, it was part of a longer post, and because I am. Because I am. I mean, he could have chosen anyone to be his mother, but I was chosen. And I recognized the gift that I was given. Even early on, I recognized this child is special. Yeah. This child is very special. In fact, he reminded me so much of my mother.
In what way?
His way of being very discerning at an early age, his way he loved me, just his gentleness.
He always struck me as so intentional. I mean, these characters are one thing, but when we had a chance to speak and mutual friends that we have, just this, I think people used to call it old soul. They maybe still call it that, where someone just has a way about themselves.
Yes. He definitely had been here before.
Yeah.
He had definitely been here before. He didn't have to have a lot of lessons. He would say, "I don't need to touch the fire to know that it's hot. You tell me it's hot, I'm not going to touch it."
Right.
You know, he doesn't have to experiment with certain things. And he knew who he was.
Do you believe it's because you had those honest conversations with him that he was able to, keep his head on straight, as my dad would say, and not let that Hollywood part take over his identity?
I was young. I was 20 when I had him, so I was young. And as I grew, I shared my experiences with him. So we, in a sense, grew up together. And the book is, he wrote the foreword, but the book, I have to say, is all mine. It took me more than 20 years to write it because I wasn't secure enough in the information that I had. I wasn't secure enough to write the book.
How did he help build to your point, you were a young mother. How did he, in so many ways, I use this phrase, pay it back to you once he was mature enough to say, "Mom, you can do this"?
He paid it back by his life, the way he lived his life. That's how he paid it back. The way he lived his life. He had a full life, and I always say butter would have melted in his mouth and curdled, So he knew how to balance having a life, a full life, with also protecting his public life.
How comforted was he knowing that you were by his side throughout?
Because he knew I wasn't wilding out. Because he knew if we went to parties together, we came together and we left together. And we were usually the last people to leave the party, he and I.
One of the photos I was looking at was from the Grammys. When you were there, he asked you to be at the red carpet with him. You won a Grammy for a song he'd done with Layla Hathaway.
And Robert Gasper.
Experience. In that moment of being there with him on the red carpet, he's been a successful actor, but to your point, you encouraged him to be this Renaissance person. So then he receives this Grammy for Jesus Children. Let me play what he had to say.
Did your mom come tonight? Is she your date?
Yeah, she's my date.
Oh, I love it when boys bring their moms.
Right?
Yeah. Proud mama's boy.
Definitely.
He said, "Proud mama's boy."
Yes. He was my baby. He was my baby. But please understand, his father was involved. He had a father. We were married, it just didn't work out, but his father was very, very much involved in his, just totally. We always say he did not live in the house, but his presence was in the house. He went on and he remarried to the woman that was his wife for the past 40 years, who was the wife.
So you truly all were this embodiment of the village around this young man's life.
Absolutely, absolutely.
His 55th birthday was August.
Yes.
Celebrating his birthday without him.
I didn't celebrate. There wasn't a celebration. I just went about my day. It was his birthday. And honestly, I just went about my day.
How was that for you?
It was...
How do you do that?
I'm a realist. I'm a realist. He's not here in this form. And the other part, you know, dying is a lot of business to dying. You just don't die. There's a lot of business to take care of. And so a lot of my able to move forward, my ability to move forward is because of the business that I have to take care of his estate. And I'm still in that mode. I'm still in management mode. I'm still in taking care of the business mode.
Is that a part of the grieving process for you?
I have no idea. I've never grieved like this before, so I have no idea. I don't know what the process. I don't know what someone else's process would be. I know my dear friends. I think they think I'm going to be stretched out and knocking my head against the floor. None of that. I had one or two really deep moments, down the rabbit hole moments. And,
what do you mean?
The pain of it, the initial pain of him dying, the initial pain of the loss. And I went down that rabbit hole deep as I could get, and then I pulled myself together because there's work to do. There was work to do. And he left a legacy. He left a body of work. He left a huge heart toward humanity, and my goal is to keep that moving forward.
Knowing you and knowing people who know you, you are incredibly strong. But I also see your body reacting to this conversation.
Right.
Are you armoring? Are you just in a mode that you have been in for so long, which is armoring up?
I don't think I'm armored up. I think, like I said, I'm real about the situation. Yeah. Crying, yelling, and screaming on an ongoing basis, being out of my mind is not going to accomplish anything. Yeah. It's not going to accomplish anything. There's work that I have to do. Now, maybe in a few months, I read somewhere it takes 4 to 6 months for things to settle in. Maybe in 4 to 6 months I will be on the floor beating my head. I don't know. Yeah. But right now, I cannot find that grief that's expected of me. Wherever that is, I can't find that. I don't have that.
And I think that's beautiful you're saying that, because what is the grief that someone is expecting from you?
Oh, they're expecting, I have friends that live out of state. I'm coming and I want to be there with you. I'm coming with you. No, you're going to be in the way. You're going to really be in the way, you know. Because I have to, you don't know where everything is. I've got to show you everything. If you want to do something for me, I've got to show you what this is. I got to show you what that is. I got to make sure you have, I have to take care of you coming to take care of me. Right. So stay home.
Stay home.
Call me. Send me flowers. Stay home. I'm okay. I'm okay. I was very blessed to have three friends that came. One came, she was on a business trip, and she came directly from the airport. And she came with her bag, and she says, I'm here. And I said, well, come in. You know, we talked for a little bit, and so it was getting late, and I'm, okay, well, it's time for you to go. She says, I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm going to be here. She stayed for 3 days. I had another friend that came in, just really, and then another friend that came and stayed for 10 days. Yeah. You know, she came and just.
So you'd have layers of support.
I had layers. I had layers of support.
Pamela's going to stick around because we're talking about the grief process when there is a sudden loss, and we recognize the sudden loss of Malcolm-Jamal Warner and the need to keep his legacy going. More with Pamela after.
Coming up, Pamela takes us back to the tragic day.
Did you need to see him after he transitioned?
I did see him.
And she is setting the record straight.
There are a lot of different things that have been said that are so untrue.
Pamela Warner on the day that changed everything. Next.